Hello and welcome to part 2 of the AWD system overview. In part 1 we covered the factory and what everything does in here, and following on from that you can now see we've got 2 green lights, which means these supply trains are good to go. So we'll go out and build some walls. I've got my rail blueprints here. I will put a link to these in the description if you want them. And we'll just pretend that this is our main rail network. So you connect the factory to your main rail network, and then we can go out and build a wall. So we'll just tick off here for where we want. So here we have these are the 3 books for the walls. First of all, we've got the stations to get all the supplies to the walls, and there's 3 variants of that, depending on how you want to start the wall. We'll just run with the straight one. And I thought I was prepared, and I am not. I don't have converters or the chest. Robopause. For the logistics, these are the things that you need. I'll add these in to have you on you all the time. I have most of this on me all the time anyway, but you just need to make sure you've got these to build, and obviously the rails. These are optional. I would recommend carrying some, otherwise this won't build. Well, it will, but it might not build by the time you see the train's already been and gone again. And this is for the flamethrowers. The lights just indicate when the stations are enabled. They'll enable and disable as they're required. And as we can see, it's unloading and the bots are building it. It delivers all the bots. So you can see it's putting them in here. I don't know if you can see that there. And it's building the walls. So to start with, let's go through the stations. So this is the turret ammo station. Literally just drops off 1200 rounds. If it drops below 200, it will enable the station again and get some more. This is the supply station. So again, it has a set amount of resources that it needs. If it drops below a certain amount, it will re-enable the station and resupply itself. Common thing for that is the repair packs, as the walls get attacked and the repair packs get used. I think if that drops below 25, it'll request more. And it'll maintain itself. You know, you do lose the odd construction bot while it's trying to repair. Again, if the bots get to a certain amount, it'll send the train and it'll top itself back up. If anything drops below, it'll call the train, obviously, and then everything gets restocked, whether it just needs a couple of items or not. This is the trash station. It's just got a storage chest. You know, anything that's dumped into network will go into there, and it'll just offload into these and then fill up the trash train and return. This is set to basically, if anything is above 0, it will send the trash train, and that's because if there's expensive items like robo ports or something like that, if there's one in there, you want to get that back. You don't want it sitting there really. But it will. I've put some minus numbers on here, so it's not going to come out for 4 wood, for example. It'll wait till there's over 1,000 wood if it needs to. Same logic with this. If it, let's recall it because it's trying to top me up. This, if it gets below 5,000 oil, it'll send the train again. This is the artillery station. So the artillery train comes in here, parks here, and then you end up with the 4 cannons closest to the wall. This is on a timer, and that's set here. So 45 minutes, and it'll call it again. It doesn't reset until the train actually leaves. So if it's here firing off a lot of shells, it'll wait until it's left before it resets the timer again, and you can just adjust that literally by putting in however many minutes you want if you want to change that. Yeah, that's the station built, so let's build some walls. Now the A and B sections, if you look at them, it's literally just the direction of the belt that's different, and that's just for each side going to and from the station. So we'll go with the A section. So you just literally, again, these are all on the grid in the blueprint. Just, you know, build it however you want. Put a barrier gate in there. There's 2 rail and 4 rail gates built into this, and you just keep going out. If it's a very long wall, you're better splitting it into sections. Now in here in the extras, there's a couple of little things. So the first one is just like an artillery outpost. So it's literally just a station that's got the walls, you know, all around it. So you can go out into the, you know, biter territory and plonk this down. It'll build in one load of the supply train, and then, you know, the only difference with this is the artillery train is defaulted to 15 minutes. What I usually do is, so if I'm going to use this to clear a large area out, I'll put this down, let it finish building, and once it's built, I'll drop that to every 5 minutes to, you know, so it'll come out. And then if the artillery train does empty, I have had that. It's got 400 rounds in it, but if it does empty, it will go back, refuel, and come straight back again, which is handy. An ad hoc trash station. So if you've got another build elsewhere, and you want to take advantage of the trash system built into the AWD to bring trash back, you can use that, and it just uses the trash train and just shuttles stuff back if you want it to. The other one is this. So if you are building a long wall, this is a jointer section. So you can see the belt comes into the middle, and there's no robo port in the middle, so it splits the networks. You can see that allows you to stick that in the middle of a wall. You can then reverse, you know, go from A or from B and switch, and then carry on building, stick another station, and you've got another independent section that will maintain itself. If you go too far, it's just flight time for the bots. You've got a much longer flight time, so, you know, it can cause problems with building because the bots are flying so far. They don't come back within the 20 seconds of inactivity, so the train leaves and then it has to come back again, and it just takes a long time to build. Other things is, you know, if it needs to repair, you can lose turrets and things because the bots can't get to them to repair them quick enough. Things like that. So it's worth splitting it if it's a very long wall. Now that we're finished with this wall and we want to recycle it and remove it, let's say we're expanding, we can do that with the decon planner. And the first thing I'm going to do is turn off my personal roboports so that my bots don't start doing this. And what we want to do is try and decon everything. I'm just going to wait for this train to leave. Apart from the trash station. So I usually start with the stations. We can start on this side. You don't want to go past this so that the trash train can get in and out, and you just want to catch chests there, literally right across the middle of those roboports, like so. Going from the other side, but again, you don't want to catch the station, so if you can just get those pipes like that, and that will get rid of everything apart from the trash train. Now this has filtered out the power poles, the roboports, the radars, although I haven't built them because I forgot to put them in my inventory. And you can literally just work your way up. You can, you know, if you have done it on radars, you can even do this from the map view and just decon it all. and the bots will deconstruct it, and it will all go back to the main factory. This can take a while, so I'm not going to sit here and watch this, I don't think. Oh, actually, what we can do is we can jump in and we'll tell it to go back before it's full, because you can see it's going to take a while to fill. So we'll tell it to go back, and then we can see the trash system in action at the other end. So you'll see it'll offload everything. Everything that's in here, it's going to want to keep. There's nothing in there, I don't think, that it doesn't want to keep. So you can see it's offloading it all into the trash chests, and now it's feeding everything back into the main inventory, including the ammo. You can see the ammo comes around, it loops round, comes down here, and these are just some buffer chests, just because it can unload it at the trash station quicker than it can load it in, so they just buffer it up and allow it to, you know, it doesn't block the trash system, and then the trains come back again for another load. And that's pretty much all there is to it with walls. Once it's deconstructed everything, again from the map, I think you can usually grab, I can't remember now. I think you can only get away with like one section at a time. I can't remember if you can get two, and you can have the bots bring the power poles and the robo ports and everything back and slowly work yourself back. But at some point you will need to come out here and finish picking up the station yourself, and bring that back. I haven't actually tried this yet, but possibly you could do it with Spidertron. If you put some bots on Spidertron, you could send Spidertron out here and deconstruct this, and Spidertron will collect it all up, and then you could bring Spidertron back to base. I haven't experimented with that yet, but that's something I'm wanting to try, see if that works. But usually what I do is I'll come out here and I'll just run the length, and it's very quick to just grab the power poles and the robo ports back, you know, with yourself. And that's pretty much it. Next video, part 3, will be the outposts. So this, yeah, I'll leave that for part 3. I'll go into that in part 3. Actually making outposts, mining outposts, as part of this system as well. So that pretty much covers it for the walls. So I will see you in part 3. Thanks for watching.